Uh, do you also go through this even at this stage where you look at others' lives and being like, yeah, I would have loved to do that movie. I would have loved to work with that actor. I would have loved to work with that director, and I'm not getting there. Does that also happen to you at this stage when you have gotten your choice and pick of roles?
I never feel that I should have gotten that film or I want to do that film. Of course, I have aspirations of working with certain directors, certain actors, certain writers, certain producers. I do have that because it's just been 10 years. There are so many people I need to still work with, learn from. So those aspirations are still there. But I never feel that that should have been mine because I just feel that everybody's come with their own destiny and their own graph and their own trajectory, and I need to live my trajectory. I always believe in God's plan. I feel like वहाँ जो decide हुआ है और जो decide होता रहेगा वो that is far beyond and better than my imagination and what I dare to dream. Because our dreams are based on how gutsy we are to dream for ourselves. But if the universe has planned better things for you than what you can dream for yourself, then why to kind of put a fence to it?
Love that. I want to ask, given that it's 10 years, I'm sure that there are performances that you look back or moments in your filmography that you look back and you're really proud of. कि यार ये जो चीज़ मैं कर पाया हूँ, especially as a young boy coming out, in the industry, trying to do whatever he could. What is that thing that you look at and say कि यार ये I'm so proud of, and at the same time, what is a performance you look back and say यार ये कितना cringe था, मैं वापस नहीं देख सकता.
I think the thing that I'm most proud of is in the 10 years to be able to work with the directors that I got to work with. I've worked with some fantastic directors who made their first films with me, and I've got to work with some veterans whom I never thought that I would ever get to work with, be it Raju sir, be it now Sanjay Leela Bansali sir. So I think just that to happen in these 10 years is something which sometimes I take a moment to realize that, oh, you know what, this has really happened and this is happening. So, like, touch wood. What I feel has been cringe is...
देखो आ रही एक picture आपके दिमाग में.
नहीं,
I can
to
see an
be...
expression, you're like...
नहीं यार, कोई फिल्म नहीं आई है, but sometimes I'll be very honest. कभी कभार मैं बहुत जोश में अपने कोई रील डाल देता हूँ और फिर मैं ऐसे हो जाता हूँ कि यार ये अब इसको मैं निकाल भी नहीं सकता. Felt cute, might delete later के चक्कर में वो रह जाती है और फिर actually I get very very cringed out by those things.
But tell me one reel that made you feel this way.
Any reel that gets too much attention which I didn't predict, मैं फिर बहुत ऐसा हो जाता हूँ कि अरे यार ये सबने क्यों देख लिया, मैंने ही डाला था, आप देख. So yeah, anything that gets too much attention, I get a little cringed out of.
So do you feel like there is now, after putting that reel and after becoming that big superstar, अब सारे पंजाबी musicians सबसे पहले आपको गाने भेज रहे हैं कि विकी पहले तू देख ले, फिर मैं डालूंगा?
Not for the reel, but now a lot of Punjabi artists are my friends and I feel good about it because I am a guy who's been obsessed with Punjabi music since childhood. So I feel very happy that, they're in your friend circle and you get to listen to those songs before it's out there. So I get thrilled about that, but not to kind of as a test audience. No, I'm not yet their test audience.
So you're talking about some of the great directors that you've worked with. Which is a film set or a director or an actor that you feel you picked up most from? And I know कि सब अच्छे होते हैं, but मैं एक का नाम पूछ रहा हूँ. अगर if you have to look back and say, this was my coming of age as an actor, this is the place that I learned the most from.
So I'll tell you two names when it comes to directors. One is Bansali sir right now. I can't tell you how much I'm getting to learn from him. Just seeing him work, just seeing him how he directs and constructs a scene is just, for me, is like going back to a film school. He is he's truly a magician, a master. And when you get to work with him, you realize how and why. It's not just about the frames he sets or the canvas he builds on. It's just how he gets into a scene, how he pulls out performances, and you realize there's so much more scope as an actor to keep finding details in that scene, in that writing. So that right now is such a big learning curve for me, being a part of Love and War. And the other I would say is Raju sir. I think the time and effort that Raju sir and Abhijat sir they put into the writing, and eventually the energy on set that they kind of create, which is just like his films. What you feel while you watch Raju sir's films is what you feel when you're shooting with him. So that I feel I'm always looking forward to कि यार कभी मुझे फिर से उनके साथ मौका मिल जाए, फिर से उनके साथ मौका मिल जाए, बिकॉज वहाँ पे भी मुझे काफ़ी सीखने को मिलता है. एंड बोथ दीज डायरेक्टर्स आई फील लाइक हैव द एनर्जी दैट राइटिंग इज की. There's so much, all the gold, all the, when we say na the content should be magic, it's all in the writing, and they concentrate so much on the writing of a film. So that's where you get to learn a lot.
Do you feel like there's an actor जिसके साथ कोई late night बातचीत हुई जिससे आपकी बदल गई thought process? One of your co-actors, stars that you worked with, that you had, because I always feel like once a set के अंदर जब काम shoot खत्म हो जाता है, then sometimes you end up chatting and then you realize there's so much you get to learn on sets with the people around you.
To be very honest ना, co-actors के साथ deep बातें होती हैं. Co-actors के साथ सिर्फ gossip होता है. तो और जिन co-actors के साथ मैंने काम किया वो हम बहुत gossip करते हैं. तो ऐसी डीप कॉन्वर्सेशंस मेरी एक्चुअली ज़्यादा डायरेक्टर्स के साथ होती है, प्रोड्यूसर्स के साथ होती है. अमृत इज़ वन ऑफ माय क्लोजेस्ट फ्रेंड्स एंड उसके साथ बड़ी डीप बातें होती हैं. आनंद के साथ बहुत डीप बातें होती हैं, आनंद तिवारी. बट विद एक्टर्स इट्स मोस्टली जस्ट chill conversations, fun conversations.
Okay, now since you have now brought this up, now you have to tell who's the one that you have the most fun gossip sessions with.
Ranbir Kapoor.
Ranbir Kapoor. I know you can't share that gossip, but can you tell us like the कहाँ जाती हैं बातें?
हर जगह चली जाती है.
So ये राजकुमार राव के साथ मेरी कॉन्वर्सेशन हो रही थी एंड ही बेसिकली सेड दिस थिंग. ही इज लाइक कि देखो इंटेलेक्चुअल बातें तो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होती है, बट सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट होता है बकचोदी. ही इज लाइक बकचोदी बहुत ज़रूरी है लाइफ के अंदर. So I feel like I get where you're coming from also over there. We have spoken of the professional, and if I ask about the personal, among actors and especially your co-actors that you might have worked with, someone who's really become a good friend, who would you say you did not, in the last 10 years, you've created like this deep relationship with and deep bond with, and what have you got out of that?
For me, it's mainly directors. I'll be very honest. Anand Tiwari, Meghna Gulzar, Lakshman Uttekar sir, Neeraj Ghewan, Moses Singh. Moses Singh is the guy who actually, he was my first director. He made this film called Zuban, which was the first film we shot, but it came after Masan. But he was the first guy who ever said a yes to my audition. So Moses is very special. A lot of them. So all these guys are like, I know I can just meet them, talk to them, not have like filmy discussions, but I can open my heart to. So yeah, these are the people.
How lovely.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe and share.